Hello there, I'm Fred, and this is my video talking about Grandia. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. For those who don't know, anytime I finish a game over on my Twitch channel, I have gotten into the habit of recording videos, giving my thoughts, impressions, and things of that sort on the game that I finished playing. After all, if I'm spending 50 plus hours playing an RPG, for example, such as the case here with Grandia, I will want to share my opinions and insight and my point of view on that. That said, this was not my first time playing Grandia. Matter of fact, uh, those who have been watching the archive versions here on YouTube know that there are, back in 2019 we played the Steam version of the Grandia HD Remastered and Grandia 2 HD Remastered. And so here in 2024 we are playing the Grandia HD Collection on Xbox, getting those Xbox achievements, and so it gave me a great excuse to sit down and play the game again. But with that said, Grandia is without question one of my favorite all-time RPGs. It is probably the one that I have replayed the most over the years since the fall of 2000, from when I first played it. Mainly because it is such a great game. It's very easy to learn how to play the mechanics in terms of the combat system, and it's very easy to discover how easily you can exploit things, such as applying snooze multiple times to enemies and just basically running a loop of executing certain powers to grind up and level up magic to max out abilities and such. I'm saying that in particular because this particular battle that you're seeing over here um, was something that happened in like the second to last stream that we did, where I just basically kept a bunch of enemies locked in on snooze, and it just helped to um, basically max out uh, things that I was wanting to do with certain characters, because how you unlock magic, how you make the magic more efficient, and also how you make your special attacks more efficient is by actually using them on a regular basis. And while you don't have to max out everything, there is a there is a charm to doing it, to being able to unlock everything and have everything at your disposal for like the very end of the game. Now, characters like Justin and Fina, Justin you have from the beginning of the game. Fina joins about maybe a quarter of the way in. Sue is there for you for like well over half of the game, and in the back half you have characters like Rap, who replaces Sue, and then you have like a rotation of temporary characters in that fourth slot: Gadwin, Milda, Guido, and lastly Liete. Um, and so you have like you you have like the opportunity, so to max out everyone's individual abilities and such will take a long amount of time. It is doable. Max level in this game for everything regarding individual levels, as well as the abilities for your weapons and your magics and stuff, is 99. You don't have to be at level 99 to finish this game. You can finish Grandia at level 40. Okay, and that's just, again, standard 50-hour playthrough, just going beginning to end, attacking everything, maybe taking some time and doing some deliberate hunting. So there's that there. So the option is there for you if you want to do that. But yeah, it's like I've never done the full level 99 grind. Maybe someday I will, for just like that personal challenge, but I've never done that because there was like no real need to. Uh, so let's all talk about some other things here. The artwork, sprites, background, character designs, all very top notch. Granted, this is a game That was released originally in 1997 for the Sega Saturn, and then later ported to the PlayStation, and then has been ported multiple times over the years. The HD remasters came out in what, 2019? At least the Steam version of them did. And the HD collection finally came to Xbox consoles here in 2024, which is why I'm playing. Why I was playing this particular version of the game. So the artwork and everything looks great. Everything mostly upscaled nicely. The only thing in terms of the visuals that I wish that was done, some of the cutscenes were not remade. I kind of wish they were. I understand why they weren't. It's a re-release of an of a nearly 30-year-old game. But at the same time, you could have seen like just touch up the cutscenes a little bit, just make them look a little bit better. Put them in like a natural, 14. What is it? 14:9. I think that's the I forget the aspect ratio. This is but the letterbox aspect ratio, and let's have that for those cutscenes. But again, I understand why that was not the case. Audio wise, the music still holds up. Just like the battle music, when you get ambushed, the boss battle themes, the fights when you're facing off against Ball or the Gaia battlers and such. It's like all the music still holds up, as well as the individual tunes for the various towns you go into and the various large area of like open areas that you get to explore. Now, unlike a lot of RPGs, like say like your Final Fantasies and stuff, which is really much kind of like open world-ish, Grandia is very, very linear. While you do get the chance to explore areas, find enemies, and things of that sort, there's only like three real major side quests. You got the Tower of Temptation, which I've never been able to find, and that's going back to the year 2000, 25 years ago. I've never been able to find that tower to try and tackle the what is considered to be the hardest challenge in the game. Then you have like the Soldier's Graveyard and the Castle of Dreams, and so you get like this three major areas that like go off the beaten path. That there's okay, there's extra boss battles, extra things, extra loot and stuff to find, which is all fine and dandy there, but they're not needed for the story. Matter of fact, the game itself tells you, yeah, this is just a special bonus area. You don't have to do this. It's just here for your enjoyment. So it's like, okay, cool. It's like it gives you the incentive to walk around, explore, level up, grind, whatever you want to do. You got three major areas to do it. Well, granted, the Castle of Dreams is basically something that could have been included as part of the main plot as concerned as far as because it's like its nice little own little adventure. It's like it just serves because there's not much there once you clear it. Unlike the Soldier's Graveyard and the Tower of Temptation, those are like areas where you can roam around and grind up heavily in using your abilities. Uh, let's see. Story wise, very basic. You play as Justin. He's a guy who wants to be an adventurer. His head, you could say, is always in the clouds, and he gets to go on an adventure. He and his best friend Sue head off to New Lands to find a lint. And along the way, they meet Fina and various other characters, and get caught up in a way plot to with the Garlisle forces plans to save the world, although the true villain Ball is looking to end the world because of his greed and selfishness and wanting to resurrect the being Gaia, which was the cause of the disruption between the spirits and the Icarians and the humans. So it's a very typical RPG, especially from the late 90s, and you get like the whole message that it's all about relying on your friends, the power of love, the power of friendship. Um, So yeah, so it's like I have a lot of praise for about this game. It's a game I have enjoyed a lot over the years, and I highly recommend it to anybody who has never played it. It is, again, it's without question a great RPG. Now I still have my original copy, well, most of it really. I had to get like a custom case made, so I got the inserts still from the jewel cases and the original disc for the PlayStation. So I still have them. And also, I want to talk about this. This is the official Prima strategy guide. Those who know that's like, okay, when major RPGs came out, strategy guides will come out. So it's like try to be as spoiler free as possible. But oftentimes strategy guides will give you like insight like on how to beat bosses or or where to find a lot of secret loots and things of that sort. Not this. This strategy guide is essentially just a roadmap to make sure you get from point A to point B, which is real funny because there is an in-game compass that is always pointing you in the right direction. So even if you're backtracking or wandering around level grinding, you will always reach where you need to go just by following the compass. So this strategy guide, this gives you like a move list, the magic list, the items list, and then you have like your straight strategy guide of where to go from point A to point B. Occasionally, you'll mention like certain items are nearby, like for mana eggs and things of that sort. But yeah, there are no strategy tips on how to face off against major bosses. This is because fairly early on, like as soon as you step out of Parm at the very beginning of the game and start making your way to the ruins, you will learn how to uh, use use a critical attacks to stun your enemies, not prevent their attacks. You'll learn about defense, using your items and things of that sort, and basically timing out and controlling the attack bar, which is located in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. When you're playing, and it's like the progression. Like you always know who turn it is, so you always know who to attack and who to take out, and so forth. Granted, the using of counter hits, of critical attacks, to prevent your enemies doing a move becomes less needed. Like the more magic and special abilities that you learn along the way over the course of your adventure. But it's like you can essentially get through some major boss encounters without even taking a hit if you actually master just the mere basics of it. A good point of this, and you can check the stream. I forget which one was it. It would have been the June 20. Let me not the June, the August. I believe it was the August 20th stream. No, wait, the August 19th one, I believe. When we got to a Lent, when you reach a Lent, and again, this is spoilers, you got 3 boss fights back to back to back. And you only have Rap, Fina, and Justin to get through them. If you focus just on leveling up and grinding out every major power for Justin and Fina by that point, and maybe like half of a rap stuff, you can get through 3 boss fights in 11 minutes without taking a hit. And I say 11 minutes because it's the time you take to walk to each individual one, cycle through your powers and things of that sort. All right. Depending on how level up you are, you can probably get it done a hell of a lot faster. But yeah, you can very much control the pace of battle with if you know what to do and you the level grinding and knowing what moves does what knocks enemies back and prevents them from getting a chance to attack. So So if you never played Grandia, I highly recommend it. It is very accessible. You got the HD remasters that came out a few years ago, and obviously you have the HD collections, which I believe are. I know the HD collection is on Xbox, but you should be able to find it on Switch or even the PlayStation Store. So it's a game you can play, and again, and in theory, it is a game that is easy to get like 1,000 gamer score on. Granted, in the HD collection, it's a 2,000 gamer score with 1,000 dedicated to Grandia and 1,000 dedicated to Grandia 2. But there are only a handful of missable achievements. And the three that I missed on this particular playthrough was one for the Tower of Temptation. I missed a simple side quest that was to deliver one item from Parm to New Parm, which is at the very beginning of the game, and I missed one of the 18 mana eggs. So if you're looking for completion on this game, you want to probably make note of like things that are missable along the way. So on that note, that wraps up my thoughts and opinions regarding Grandia following my 2024 playthrough. Probably at this point, I would be about a couple weeks into my Grandia 2 playthrough. So when we finish that, we'll talk about that particular game down the road. So till next time, like, comment, subscribe, tighten your friendship bracelet, stay safe, and we'll see y'all in the next video.